The judge's game. I'd heard about it for years on the street, before I was even in law school. A rotating group of 10 or 12 judges, prosecutors, and professors. They all have money, and in my playing days, it would have been pretty sweet to have any one of them owing me favors. Only problem is, no one can get in the game anymore. One rounder, Crispy Lynetta, sat under some pretense, but when they found out he was a pro, he couldn't cross the street without a legal hassle. Even his regular club, Vorshay's, got shut down. The place has been open since 1907.
Oh, Michael, you got some things for me?
Yes, I do.
Put them on the desk, it's all right.
Kid, he paying you for this late night shit?
Oh, well, knowledge is my reward, sir.
Well, let me tell you, it ain't worth it. Why don't you become a jockey, do something useful?
Kid's a little tall, isn't he, Gene?
Enough with the Belmont recruiting spiel. Your bet, Captain. All right, I call.
Michael is lead counsel in the moot court you're presiding over next week, Gene. Besides, he could use the background if he's going to clerk for one of you fellas this summer, right?
Abe, I thought you liked the kid. Why do you want to make him a civil servant?
Yeah, look, a word to the wise. Stay in the private sector. That Nassau defense attorney's game, they use our chips for coasters.
The amazing thing is, in this collection of great legal minds, there isn't a single real card player.
I'm still hiding.
I call. Call.
Raise. Professor Raise.
Michael, I want to just call.
Oh, you're good.
Your call.
All right, my call.
I don't know if I'm gonna bring my legal career to a crashing halt before it even starts. But I just can't help myself.
Good.
I'm in.
Read him and weep.
Please check.
Check to Martin and Lewis over there.
Check to the razor.
Czechoslovakia.
What's the limit?
$20. Big bet's $20.
Okay, good. It's 20.
You've seen half the hand. How the fuck are you betting into us?
You sure this is wise, Abe? It's your money the kid's betting with.
That's plenty wise. We know what we're holding, and we know what you're holding.
The fuck you know what we all got.
Summer clerkship in your office says I know what you're holding.
I don't bet with jobs like that. Let's just say I'll put you at the top of the list if you're right.
Okay. Well, you were looking for that third 3, but you forgot that Professor Green folded it on 4th Street, and now you're representing that you have it. The DA made his 2 pair, but he knows they're no good. Judge Kaplan was trying to squeeze out a diamond flush, but he came up short, and Mr. Eisen is futilely hoping that his queens are going to stand up. So, like I said, the dean's bet is $20.
Well, kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass.
What'd you have, Abe?
Nothing but a busted straight.
Oh, come on.
It's good enough to win. Take it there.
All right, kid, your first assignment. Pull up a seat next to me.
I'd like to. I can't. I don't play cards.
Get out of here.
We'll see you tomorrow. Okay,
Whose deal?
I like the kid, Abe.
Good kid.
Smart kid.
Matt Damon plays a law student who pays his tuition by playing and winning at poker. And he goes for the big game to try and get the big score, and he loses. And so he gives up on gambling. But when an old friend of his gets out of prison, it will spell trouble for our protagonist. Because his friend gets him like $15,000 in debt, now he's got to deal with that crap. Now, this is a movie about gambling. And the point of a movie about gambling is to have high stakes and lots of tension. And the movie has it. And Matt Damon has a lot to lose. Every card game he plays, you feel the effect that's going to have on it. And Matt Damon does a great job at playing a character who is addicted to gambling. He plays the role with just the right amount of confidence, where he knows stuff, he knows how to play poker, but he's still scared. He still understands that there are stakes. And he really is a great vessel for the plot of this movie. Edward Norton plays his friend who gets out of prison, who's a scumbag. Edward Norton has this overwhelming confidence in every single thing he's doing. and nothing ever really works out for him. Edward Norton is able to tell you through his performance that he is a danger to himself and everyone around him. And Edward Norton knows how to deliver dialogue. He knows how to hold a conversation in a movie and make it interesting. John Turturro plays Matt Damon's boss, who is also a gambler. And he's experienced and he knows not to take too big a risk. He knows how to make the money he needs to survive. And I liked his character a lot because he brought a lot of reason and logic to this movie that would have been missing with just Matt Damon and Edward Norton. Martin Landau is Matt Damon's law professor, mentor type guy. He brought so much gravitas to his role. These speeches he gives, they're fantastic, and you feel the weight of the years on this guy's shoulders. The writing in this movie, the dialogue is a lot like Good Will Hunting. It really sounds like Good Will Hunting a lot. The delivery of it, the dramatic monologues, the way the guys talk, it really sounds like they just took the style of Good Will Hunting and put it into this movie. But this movie goes in directions you don't expect it to. Characters make decisions they can't come back from. It does not end the way you would probably want it to end. We have a character who continuously defies every mentor in his life. Matt Damon's character surprises you with his choices sometimes, and every single one of those choices makes sense for what his character is. And these characters go through huge changes in their lives throughout this movie, but the movie is so restrained in the way that it portrays that. And that makes the situation feel more real. And more than any of that, it's this fascinating look into this world of gambling. The concept of these people just playing cards for a living, and the fact that they live their lives off of this is really interesting. And they're fascinating people, and it's a fascinating world to visit and just be in for a couple hours. Rounders is a well-told story with some interesting characters that you can connect to and a lot of really interesting writing choices. I'm gonna give Rounders an A-.
Matt Damon!